I am so excited to do an unboxing, setup, and review of the new Procolored P13 printer. And this design is by far my favorite. It is the most aesthetically pleasing one they have. But anyways, let's just get into unwrapping this. Now, I did already take it out of the crate, and I didn't want to bore you guys with that because I have a lot of videos on how it looks like when it's packaged. But basically, it comes really well packaged in a crate. But now I'm going to go ahead and cut up all this plastic, and then we'll go ahead and set it up. So let's get to it. The first thing we're going to do is remove these two yellow zip ties. I just zoomed in a little bit so you can see how I'm going to cut these because it's super important not to cut the black belt here. Literally touch the top of it very gently and I just snap it like that. Next thing we're going to do is install the cutting tray here, which is this piece here. Loosen these two screws on the edges here, but not all the way, just a little bit. Right next to the screw, there's a little slot for these hooks right here, if you can see, so those will lock right into place. Like that. And now I'm just going to go ahead and tighten the screws on the bottom. This is the back of the printer. I just turned it around, and that's because we're going to install the film now. This comes with the printer, has all the accessories you need, so I'm going to look for the brackets in here. So these are the brackets that I'm looking for. These three screws, we're going to take them out. These three screws, we're going to take them out as well. So it's the same on both sides, and we're just going to unscrew them all. Brackets are numbered. So this one has a number 1 and this one has a number 2 here. I'm not sure if you can really see, but there is a 2 on this side here and a 1 right above the screw here. So I'm just going to line them with their correct numbers. So the bracket is on now, and I'm just going to tighten the screws. So here is the film here, and it'll actually tell you the right and wrong ways to install it. So let's go ahead and unbox this. So I'm looking in here for the pieces I need, and I will need this metal tube. This is the attachment for the tube, and there should be one more. It's right here, so I will need these two pieces as well. So there is a screw here, and you're just going to loosen that up. I'm going to install one side first, and now I'm going to put this in and flip it over and just kind of sit it on there until it pops into that hole of the film. So basically it's going to pop into this hole. Okay, so that should be in. Looks good to me. There's a red line on this tube, so just kind of line that up, and that red line will be on both ends of the tube, so just kind of line that up. And once you've lined that up, tighten your screws. I'm going to lay this on there just like that, and the direction of the arrow should be pointing towards the machine. We'll take that off, and I'm going to feed this through the machine, so let me turn it around so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the left side of the machine. I'm going to open it up just by pressing like that, and it'll pop open. I'm going to push down on this hook right here, and I'm going to pull the film through the printer here. I don't know if you guys can see, there is the film here. I'm just going to pull that through, and then I'm going to let go of that black hook here. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the power cable and the Ethernet cable, and I'll show you what that looks like. This also comes in the box, and this is the Ethernet cable that's going to connect to your computer or laptop. Also, side note, it does come with an Ethernet adapter to USB-C. Don't worry if you don't have an adapter, it comes with it. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the printer on the side here. Now I'm going to fill in each of the inks. This is yellow, magenta, cyan, black, and white. So now I'm going to extract 5 milliliters from each of the ink cartridges. And these syringes come in the accessory box that I showed you guys earlier. I've extracted all the inks already. The next step would be to download the software. I actually already have the software from my other Procolored printers, and I wouldn't be a great tutorial for that either. I always have to ask them for help because I'm really bad at Windows, but the Procolored team is happy to help you and walk you through it. It will actually connect to your own computer and set it up for you. They've done it many times for me before. I love that they have that. But anyways, that would be the next step. But since we're ready to go, let's go ahead and test print this. Sorry guys, the camera cut off, but we just extracted all the ink from the ink tube. Now we're extracting 5 milliliters from the waste ink tube. And we'll be ready to test the machine. Immediately, you guys, this is so much faster already than any of my other Procolored printers. I think that was literally like less than a minute. Anyways, let's pull this through so you can see how it came out. And I'm using the arrow button here. The colors still need to come through a little bit, totally normal. So if this happens to you, do not get scared. Sometimes you may have to go back and extract a little bit more ink, or you can just keep printing. It will come through though eventually, you guys. I've had many printers. I've had this happen many times. It's literally just because it's so new. It just needs to pull out more. So I'm going to print some more, get that ink flowing, and then we'll do like a really big like 12 by 12. Okay guys, so big jump in the video here. Long story short, I had to wait to finish the rest of the video because I moved into my new office. And so now I'm going to show you how to print from start to finish using the Procolored P13. I have used it a couple times already. It is super fast. Let me just say that off the bat. The fastest printer I have ever used from Procolored, hands down. So let's go ahead and print something from start to finish. Okay guys, so this printer uses 2 softwares, and the first one you're going to open is this one here. It's called Print XP. So we're going to go ahead and open that. And the first thing we're going to do is hit clean, which is up here. I'm going to go to clean normal, and I'm just going to do a quick cleaning. You'll know that it's done cleaning when this turns off. So it's done cleaning now. Right here it says device ready. That's how you know it's idle. And so the next thing that you would do is click this button here, which says check. And that's basically going to print a nozzle head check. Just clean mine, so it should be okay. But I definitely recommend doing a nozzle check to make sure all the inks are looking good. And now I'm going to go ahead and open ProRip software. It's this one here. It is already open down here though. And this is what it looks like here. I'm going to upload my files now. Really quickly, a huge tip that I've learned. I used to keep all of my files on the, the home page, all of this, and it took up so much storage on this computer. So something that has helped me a lot is using a USB to keep all of my files in. And it also just helps to keep everything in one place. So I just have a adapter on this side here, and I'm going to plug in my USB just like this. Open up my software again. On the top left corner right here, I'm going to add in my file, and I'm going to select my USB drive, and I'm going to select the images that I want, which is going to be a cute matcha design. This is the front of it, and I'll show you the back. So this is the back, and I'm going to make this just a little bit thinner. This is such a cute design. I got this off Etsy, and then I just made this one here for the front. So maybe I should make this a little bigger actually. This is a good opportunity to resize the canvas. So I'm going to click on this little arrow here, and you can see that the width is set to 11.69. That is going to be for my UV DTF printer. So we're going to change this. You have a printing space of up to 13 inches wide with this printer, I believe. And so I'm just changing the width right here. The height doesn't matter. That can go as far as you want it to. And I'm just going to fix that and center those. That looks pretty good. Now that I'm ready to print, I'm going to hit this button here that says rip. I'm going to click on that. This is super important. You need to make sure that it is selected on a mirror here. This printer is going to print your design face down with a back layer of all white. Or you're going to get your design facing up with the white facing down, and that is not the correct way. The white should be facing up. Now that I've selected mirror here, I'm going to click print. This is a huge mistake that a lot of people make, and a lot of people blame this on the printer. I have done this myself too. So for example, I just hit print. It's not going to print until I manually hit print, and let me show you why. So if you have this option selected, this could be causing you issues and you just don't realize it. So I just clicked, let me show you again. I just clicked the little settings option here. So I'm going to click on that. Print options, okay? I have my print mode set to manual print after rip, which means it is not it will rip, right? Like it will prepare it, in other words, but it will not print until I manually go in here and click this printing button here. I prefer to have it that way in case I make a mistake, it won't print right away. So that's what I like to do. If you have yours set to automatic print after rip, it will print right away. You don't have to do anything else. So what I like to do is have a manual print after rip. This could be an issue that you're experiencing and you just don't know it. And again, I used to blame the printer. Why is it not working? This is this, but I had this setting on and I didn't know. So super, super important. So what I'm going to do now that it's ready is I'm going to click on print, which is this button here. And now it will actually start printing just like that. Mind you, you have to keep this open the entire time, you guys, in order to print. That's another big factor as well. And you can see that it is printing now. And this is how your white ink should be looking, guys. Super pigmented and super thick. So you want yours to look super pigmented and rich like this. If yours looks milky or watery, you have an ink problem and you're gonna need to keep extracting ink until it gets nice and thick just like this. And so the matcha design is already done. It's been about a minute and now it's going to print the back design. So it has just finished printing. Take a little sneak peek. That looks absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to try this out. And then I'm just going to use this built-in cutter here to cut it off. Alright you guys, so I've cut them separately now. They came out absolutely beautiful. The colors are super pigmented and vibrant. If you turn it around, you can see that the white looks super thick and creamy almost. It looks beautiful. So now we're gonna go ahead and season this up with the Procolored DTF powder. This does come with the printer when you purchase it, and this is going to be your adhesion. I recommend having a little container that you can just reuse. I don't have mine right now, so I'm just using a little box, but something to keep the powder in so it doesn't go everywhere, and also to reuse it because you don't want to waste it. This is good stuff, so just keep reusing it. Go ahead and season that on there, and you want to make sure that everything gets coated evenly. So to do that, I'm just going to create like a little boat, if you will. See what I'm doing here? Make sure that it gets coated evenly. Just like that. And then you can just flick off any excess. Gently, of course. And this is now ready to go in the oven. And then with the excess, just scoop in your other transfer under like this, and then just reuse it. That's why I say it's important to have a container so this doesn't go to waste. So these are now ready to go in the oven. Let's go ahead and get that preheated. Now we're gonna turn on the oven here. I'm gonna set the temperature to 135 degrees. To do that, you just press set and then go up and down based on what you wanna put. 135 is the max. I'm going to set the time for 200 seconds. Just like that, then press set. And then it'll let us know when it's ready. Our oven is up to temp, it's ready to go. So let's open this up. I'm going to place the transfer with the white side facing up. Close it up. And hit start right here. It starts counting down, and when it's ready, it's going to start beeping and this light will turn red. So it's ready now, and all I'm going to do is press this button again. Turns it off. You can go ahead and take this out. You can see that that powder is nice and melted, and it should look fairly smooth with a little bit of texture. And now I'm just going to bake our second transfer, and then we will go ahead and start pressing these onto a sweater. So I set my heat press to 320 for 30 seconds. This is my normal settings that I usually use for DTF. Your heat press might be different, but if you have the HTV auto press, this will work for it. First, going to give this a quick pre-press to get any wrinkles out and iron it and get it as flat as possible. And literally it takes like 2 to 3 seconds, nothing too crazy, so that should be good. Pull that out. And you can see that now it's nice and flat, and this is exactly what you want. And I can kind of just eyeball this, but I recommend getting a t-shirt ruler if you are fairly new to it. Now I'm going to press this. Some people do like to cover that with Teflon. I don't find it necessary yet. So that just finished pressing, and now we're going to wait for this to cool before peeling it off. This is a cool press. If you try to peel it hot, it most likely won't come off and it can ruin your design. So you want to wait till this is cool to the touch. It's cool now. This is ready to peel. And it should come off butter smooth just like that. If you don't have a back design, what you would do is cover this with Teflon and then press it one more time. Same thing, 320 for 30 seconds. We have a back design, so we're gonna do that first. So I've loaded my design on here, and now I'm going to press it. Same thing again. This design was really long, so it does hang off the bottom. We're going to press it a little bit further down after this. So don't worry if it hangs out. It's normal. It's not going to fit this 15 by 15 heat press. So I'm just going to do a second press after this. Just flip this around, and I'm going to press it one more time. The whole thing feels pretty cool to the touch. So now we'll go ahead and peel this. And now we're going to just do one final press on both sides. I'm just taking my Teflon sheet and repeating the same process again. Final press for the front. Here is the final look and the finished product. It looks so good. The transfers look so high quality. They blend very well with the garment. I love that these DTF transfers don't have a texture, and they blend really well into the garment, and it feels like it's a part of it. This DTF printer gives quality results, but please don't be fooled, you guys. These printers require a lot of maintenance. Please don't get this and think that you can just not print for a week and everything will be fine and dandy. No, this requires daily maintenance. And it's not that the maintenance is hard, it's just necessary, and if you forget, it can cause problems. A daily printhead cleaning and nozzle check is necessary, especially if you're not going to be printing every single day. Please know that going into this. I honestly think of my DTF printers as pets. They're very needy. They require a lot of attention and love and care. That being said, as long as you take care of them, they will take care of you, you guys. This is a great investment if you are thinking of starting an apparel business or already have one. And if you want to start off with something a little bit smaller, I have a couple other videos on some Procolored printers. But if you are interested in this printer, you can use code NOELICREATES to get $100 off your order, and I will have that linked in the description for you guys. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video. And make sure to check out my TikTok and Instagram for more content, and I will see you in the next one.